Planet 4546b is a place of beauty, splendor, and wonder. It consists of endless oceans stretching as far as the eye can see, and perilous depths of equal immensity. Do not, however, allow this guise of charm to trick you into believing that all is well here. This is a dangerous planet, one not fit for human habitation. Some have tried to make a life here. All have failed. Welcome to the Deep Blue. Leviathan. The very word itself is one of biblical proportions. On Earth, these are told as myths and legends, but here they are an often harsh reality. Sitting atop their respective food chains, the most aggressive of these creatures dominate entire regions of the planet. While others have adapted to live alongside other species, sometimes even providing them with tools necessary for survival. This time, we focus on the most dangerous and unforgiving super predators on the planet, each with their own features, life cycles, and prey. That is the sound of a killing machine, a streamlined hunter with highly developed senses. The Reaper Leviathan. Almost entirely muscle, it possesses a long, slim body with two mandibles on each side of its face, tipped with lethal black claws. While their brain is quite large to our standards, it is almost entirely used for their senses, with very little dedicated to intelligence. This does not, however, render them useless. The Reaper has developed a hunting technique which often consists of them lingering in murky water, circling their prey, disorientating the victim, and then, finally, attacking from behind when it is least expected. They also have the ability to echolocate, treating their roar as a kind of sonar. Rest assured, if you can hear the Reaper, it can sense you. While seemingly barbaric, the Reaper also has an immense grace about him. They've often been observed leaping tens of meters above the waves. It is most likely that they do this as some form of mating ritual, with the potential mate tending to opt for the one who can jump the highest. This can lead to incredible displays of aerobatic skill. Yet astoundingly, this beast is still prey to an even more impressive specimen. The Sea Dragon Leviathan. With a reptilian head, armor-plated body, and 7 long tentacles, the dragon is truly a sight to behold. As far as we know, this is the largest carnivorous species on the planet, capable of exerting over 300 tons of force by ramming and swallowing the average human whole. There aren't many creatures who would dare go head-to-head with one in battle. Lurking in depths of between 900 and 1700 meters below the waves, the dragon calls some of the hottest places on the planet its home. The temperatures in the lava regions can reach as high as 70.5 degrees Celsius. Some have even been observed consuming molten rock. Likely as a way of strengthening its outer shell, which it appears to be able to do through retention of mineral substances which it can extract from the rock. It's also possible that doing this allows it to expel molten meteors from its mouth whenever it wishes to do so. A lot of nutrition is required to keep this up. Evidence suggests that sea dragons are near extinction, and a recent disease outbreak has meant that food in the region has grown even more scarce. Dragons have more recently been recorded leaving the lava zone through various passages into cooler waters to hunt, cornering the prey and forcing them deeper until they are ultimately boiled alive. This prey includes the Reaper Leviathan, as shown by various skeletons throughout the region. With skin comparable to that of humans, the Reaper is not suited well to these temperatures. This advanced hunting tactic shares a striking resemblance to the now extinct dolphin on Earth, suggesting that the dragon is a relatively intelligent creature. On their travels to the cooler waters, the sea dragon passes through the Lost River, the territory of another super predator, the Ghost Leviathan. The Ghost has a relatively complex life cycle, one that no doubt takes place over a timescale of hundreds of years, and it is likely due to this that they are unique to this part of the planet. Likely a few hundred years ago, a collection of Ghost Leviathan eggs were laid in this ancient nesting ground when this giant cove tree was young. It has since grown and surrounded the eggs so that it now protects them with its branches, perhaps waiting for the correct conditions to be hatched. It appears that it has evolved to actually supply the eggs with the required nutrients, which it potentially extracts and filters from the brine surrounding the tree. Due to these specific conditions, it is likely that it is the only one of its kind on the planet. Once a ghost hatches from the cove tree, it ventures out to find a larger area where it can feed and grow to the biggest size possible. As a juvenile, these creatures are savage predatory carnivores that will eat anything and everything in its quest to grow larger, including members of its own species. Juveniles on average measure in at around 67 meters in length, with a long torso made up of a soft outer membrane and an inner torso protected by electrical prongs. The juveniles display a remarkable rate of growth, which shows no signs of stopping, forcing them out of the Lost River's caverns into more open waters. This migratory behavior eventually takes them to the crater edge, where there is seemingly no limit to the size they can grow to. Some specimens have been recorded as long as 107 meters. It is at this point that they undergo a remarkable change. They lose their appetite for meat and instead become a sort of filter feeder, getting their daily calorie requirements from vast swathes of microscopic life forms. Swimming with their mouth ajar, likely using the lure protruding from its lower jaw to attract the microorganisms. This does not, however, mean that they become any less dangerous to life forms unfortunate to find themselves at the crater's edge. Ghost leviathans are extremely territorial creatures and will not give up until any trespassers have left the area. The ghost's jaws are perfectly capable of tearing through the flesh of any creature in range, and its hammerhead was seemingly purpose-built for high-speed ramming attacks. This, alongside its lightning-fast reflexes and ability to tense and lash out with incredible speed, makes the Ghost Leviathan one of the most formidable predators on 4546b.